Hey guys, it's me, Izzy. And today we're talking about running away from what's right. You know, like when you're supposed to do something good but you don't? Yeah, we've all been there. So let's dive into the story of Jonah and the whale, but with a modern twist. In the Bible, Jonah was a prophet who ran away from God. But today, let's meet Jonah, a regular kid who just so happens to be going through something similar. He loves video games, skateboarding, and hanging out with his friends. But one day, while walking home from school, Jonah sees some kids picking on one of his classmates, and he can't help but think, God is putting something on my heart. I should say something. But instead, he runs away. When Jonah gets home, he tries to shake off what he saw, but he can't stop thinking about it. So he plays video games and hangs out at his friend's house to try and forget about it. But the more he does this, the worse he feels. Meanwhile, back at school, the classmate Jonah saw being bullied, is feeling pretty bummed out. But then something unexpected happens. A few days later, Jonah decides he needs to get away for a bit. So he goes to the beach to clear his head. But as he's walking along the shore, he notices a strange tide pool cave that he's never seen before. He checks it out and soon realizes it's actually a huge cave system. And as he's exploring, the tide starts coming in. And before he knows it, he's stuck in a cave with no way out. It's like a giant whale has swallowed him whole. As Jonah sits there waiting for the tide to go out, he thinks about everything that's happened. What he saw at school, how he's been ignoring the voice in his heart, and he realizes he can't keep running away from what's right. Just then, he remembers something his mom told him once. She said, "No matter how big the problem, you can talk to God about it." So Jonah does just that. He prays and asks God to help him get out of the cave and to give him strength to do what's right. After what feels like forever, the tide goes out and Jonah is able to escape the cave. And as he walks back to town, he feels a sense of calm and peace he's never felt before. Suddenly, an idea pops into his head. He rushes to the first place he can think of, which happens to be the school. And that's where we find him standing up to the same bullies who are picking on his classmate, telling them that their behavior is wrong and that they should be kind instead. And guess what? Other students start joining him, too. From that day on, Jonah becomes known as the kid who stood up to the bullies. But more importantly, he becomes the kid who found his voice and followed his heart. Because sometimes, even when it's really hard to do the right thing, we can find the courage to do it anyway. And that's a lesson we can all learn from Jonah, even though his story didn't involve a literal whale. So have you ever had a moment like Jonah where you knew you should do something right, but you were scared or confused about what to do? Remember, just like Jonah, you can talk to God about it. He's always there to help you find your way. And if you liked this modern retelling of the Jonah and the whale story, hit the like button and leave a comment below about what you would do if you were in Jonah's shoes. Plus, don't forget to subscribe for more exciting Bible stories with a twist every week. See you next time!